Looking in Class B, not too big of a surprise. I think you and I were maybe a little high on Scotts Bluff, but they ran into a very good Omaha Gross team on that bottom side of the bracket. And Bennington kind of did what they do all year. They got the weather they like to run the ball. And you look at Waverly holding them to 23 points, a few more than they like to give up. Yeah. But it was always in reach for Waverly, but Bennington just too dominant on the ground.
Yeah, the conditions, I think, played a role in that game. Waverly got down, inside the Bennington 30 2 or 3 times and didn't score. Had the wind at their back in the first quarter and only scored 1 touchdown. And so Waverly had their opportunities. That's what Reed Manstead said after the game. But look, when you're playing Bennington, you have to take advantage of those opportunities. That's just how small the margin for error is against the Badgers. You can't leave points on the field. Omaha Gross, just super impressive. Scotts Bluff, I believe, had 4 turnovers, but Gross led that game the whole way. And they got a pick 6 to seal it there at the end and win by 14. That's 2 really good teams that played a really good game. A lot of credit to the Cougars for going 12-0 this year. Can they be the team now that stops the Bennington streak? You're talking about a Gross team that could be playing in C1 this year with their enrollment, but they chose to opt up because their senior class is so big. I think 25 guys out for football in the senior class, something like that. So got a chance to really finish it off in a special way, but man, Bennington's tough, and they can do it all. They couldn't really throw it the other night. They ran for 300-some yards, and that's just what they do. They're just tough to stop. I'm very interested to see what Gross can do against that team.
Yeah, and that's 300 rushing yards against a good defense.
A really
right,
good defense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say my pick would be Bennington, given, if the weather turns poor, they've just got the ground game to still move the ball effectively. But yeah, I mean, Gross, if they can pick apart the Bennington defense, Bennington has been in some shootouts, but they've usually been on the positive side of it. What would happen if maybe they're on the trailing side of a shootout?
It's going to be interesting if Gross can get that game, late into the third, into the fourth quarter, and kind of push Bennington. We've seen teams push Bennington for a half, not really for a full game yet. If Gross can do that, they're going to have a shot. But you're right. I think the pick is Bennington right now.